All aboard the Project Express. I'm your train conductor, Spicy Pickle Panda, and this is Cannabis Reviews. In this episode, we're getting a little cannibalistic with some Cannabals, a 1 gram disposable vape to be exact, of the Watermelon Z strain variety. It is a hybrid. It's getting harder and harder these days to find straight indica with almost anything. Is anybody else having that problem? Jump in those comments and let's talk about it. There may be a future where there's only hybrids. Preserve the indica. Hashtag preserve the indica. I'd like to thank everyone for taking time and checking this video out. And with that being said, let's get this pen out of this package and take a pull. Check this out. Looking slick. Cannabals. Distilled cannabis vape hybrid. 88% THC, not quite 90, but I'm perfectly fine with that. 880 milligram THC, net weight 1 gram. Watermelon Z. Cannabis you can taste. Got the store sticker up here, of course, the usual that we see on everything that we get, which is if there's weed in there, you got to be 21. It's in New York. If it doesn't have this, we don't touch it. Ingredients: distilled cannabis oil and derived terpenes. Solvent used: food grade ethanol. Storage, when not in use, should be kept upright. Hey, you are correct. Away from direct sunlight and at room temperature. Directions: remove cap from mouthpiece and base. Then inhale gently, allowing for the heating element to cool between draws. Use within 90 days of opening. Warning: smoking or vaping is hazardous to your health. There may be health risks associated with consumption of this product. Good to know, but we're taking the risks. Hemp Hunter Labs Inc. You can reach them at info@hemphunterlabs.com, Rochester, New York. Not too far from here. Oops, shouldn't have said that maybe. Anyway, it's within the state. Can scan that up. Hopefully it will allow you to do that. I'm sure it's going to go to the lab results or something like that. They're at the Instagram at CannabalsNY and cannabalsny.com for their website. But enough of the previews, on to the feature. Let's get it open and get a pull. Hope everybody's doing alright. I'm doing pretty well these days. Better than usual, and I'm hoping that continues. Ka-cha. No stickers or prizes or anything in there. Still hoping that maybe that trend catches on. The Sluggers Company has trading cards, and I think there's... Ooh, look at that. Fancy. Really liking that big window. Look at that color in there. Wow. Logo. Ooh, and we even have the strain on the back. Kudos. Get this out of there. C-charge. Get this one off of there. Ooh. I don't think I've seen that before. Just the double draw there. That's different. Nice. I'm sure it came with a pre-charge, so without further ado, let's take a pull. Cheers. Definitely has a watermelon taste to it, but at the same time, you are tasting the flower there. Absolutely. It's almost like a, if anybody remembers back in the day, the Bubblicious watermelon chewing gum. It tastes like that, but there's definitely another, I don't want to say aftertaste, but competing taste, if you will, of more of an earthier, more of a weed taste, to put it bluntly. Pretty smooth too. Not bad at all. I've been waiting a while to, I mean, I don't know, you save the best for last sometimes, and with all the hype, I figured I would, wait, but it was time, especially since we were getting back into the carts and kind of straying away from the flower. But we're trying to keep it fair and balanced. There's 2 reviews this week. This one, which is the vape, and I guess we can talk about it because it's already been posted. The there it is, the duct tape. So if you haven't seen this video, go check that out. It will more than likely be in the at the end of the video. This will be one of the links. But spoiler alert, it's good. But this is nice. I like a big window. I can't stress that enough, because a lot of the time, I mean, I'm not going to put anything up against it, but I will show something that is similar that we had recently that was outstanding. There's still very little in it, but there's some in there, and that's a sizable window, especially when you have like 2 chambers in there. That's not bad. I mean, would I liked if it had been a bigger window? Yes, but I feel like this sufficed. I don't really have anything that's close to me. Again, here's something that's just happens to be out. So just to give another example, like this is a pretty good size window. I mean, this is only a 0.5 gram pen, so I don't really expect it to be ginormous, but you can definitely see, you know, what's in there. With this, you see it all almost, it seems like. I do believe it's a different kind of a vape device. When I edit, I'll look and see if I can possibly see what it's called. But I mean, there's been other carts that have been similar where you don't have the rod, if you will, the downstem going through, like just as aforementioned in the Left Coast one here. Like, that's a different kind of a setup. And I'm sure they both have their pluses and minuses, and they had their reasons why they went with them. But I like this. This is sleek. I like that they went to the trouble of putting the strain in the back. Not a lot of companies do that. Let's take another pull. Cheers. There's a small light that right there shines out of the bottom when you take a draw to let you know that it's working, that it's on. But yeah, that's what we should call this show. But yeah, because I think I say it a lot. But anyway, it's a good time. I would definitely recommend the Cannabals with their vapes so far. Like I had mentioned at some point, I think I did, that they have other product, like edibles, I believe. I'm almost certain they have edibles. I know they do. I just can't get it to do what I want it to do. But we might be trying out some of those in the near future. This is definitely hitting me. The first one is kicking into high gear, and that second one's going to pair it nicely. I think it's safe to say that I'm going to be fried. Touching back on that, I don't really see too big a difference with the draw when it comes to a device that has the down stems, if you will, and whatever this is. I'm assuming it's just cycling, like it's going down and then around and through, and that's why it has the 2 draw spouts at the top. I would almost guarantee that's why. So it's just kind of draining into it. It's the same thing, but isn't it? I mean, if I have to prefer something, I'm preferring this. As long as this don't clog on me or anything. I've had a couple similar to this. Some of the glass tipped carts, and I'm sure there's videos on the channel that I've reviewed of those. I'm not sure exactly what they were called, but I know they're on there. Maybe a cake one, possibly. Regardless, there are some glass tip reviewed carts on the channel, and they are similar to that, as in it almost looks like there's a sponge at the very bottom where it draws from, I believe. But yeah, that I don't remember having any problem with that. That was glass. That was nice. So kudos on those as well. Recommend them. But this one for sure is similar to that, and I don't, 2 draws on it so far, and no problem. I mean, that's kind of early into the game to be making any assumptions that it won't go wrong at all. But as always, if it does, I will definitely be reporting something on Instagram or on here. I mean, we've only had to do that a couple of times, and that's when we got a hold of a couple of fakes. This we know is legit as it possibly can be, which is legit. It's, regulated and tested and safe, which is the most important thing. Indeed. I think we might take one more, even though we don't need to. Just because I really like that taste. Kind of takes me back to the old school. Whatever happened to Bubblicious? Does anybody know? Like, they used to be so prevalent. Everybody loved it. They had, like, LeBron Lightning Lemonade, I think, was the last big flavor I remember hearing about, and then they kind of vanished. Cheers. But yeah, that draw is just as smooth as the other device. We're going to compare the two by taking one of probably the last rips this has. The cherry pie is completely gone, and there might be like one Pineapple Express taste left in there, so we're going to see if we can get it out of there. Cheers again! Yeah, I mean, 2 roads, same destination. Go get them. Go get you some Cannabals. I am cooked. Especially, I don't know, I probably, let's take another one. Oh, well, let's take one of these to compare. You know what it's like. You just wanted to take another hit. I love to compare, and I love to pair as well. I like mixing them together. So we'll see how that goes. Maybe I'll finish what's left in the left coast on the Pineapple Express with this Cannabals Watermelon Z and see how completely destroyed I get on that. But until next time, no, we won't do that just yet. In conclusion, all, joking aside, giggling, chuckling, this is where it's at. I'm definitely feeling it, and I mean, bam, I am baked. It did what it said it would, or basically implied that it would. It's cannabis, it's THC. The window, 10 stars. 10 stars. Tenfold, I think I was going to say, and I'm not even sure what that means, but yes, with the window. I love the window and the double air. Very smooth, the double spouts for the draw, very smooth. I feel, the charge that it came with, I'm getting nice hits off of it. Packaging is pretty on point. It's very branding. It's very distinct, as in like everything is gonna. Some packaging you see where it's very bland, and then there's the packaging that is like borderline copyright infringement with characters and cartoony things and whatnot plastered all over it. And then you have ones like this where it's just like, this is us. You can tell by everything, the color scheme, like the little distinct chew marks, like they're. We know where you're at, you know what I mean? When you show up, like, oh, that's Cannabals, very distinct. I like it. I like the packaging. I like the device. I'm kind of not so happy that I waited as long as I did to pick one up. I should have picked one up a lot earlier. This is a good time. I'm gonna enjoy this over the next few days, possible week. I don't know if I stretch it out because I got some other stuff that I'm messing around with. But until next time. This is Spicy Pickle Panda for Project Express and Cannabis Reviews, asking you to hit like if you liked anything you saw or heard. Hit subscribe if you want to see more, and that's pretty much the only way you're going to see more, possibly, is if you subscribe, because I don't come up in searches anymore because of all the age restriction. So you kind of got to be in the club. You got to get, the QR code from me, or go to the Instagram and follow that link over, because when you search me from what I'm getting and the feedback and whatnot and blah 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 blah, I'm not coming up on there. So there's that hurdle. I like doing this, and that's why I do it. I know there's absolutely no way that YouTube's going to monetize me. I don't see that in the cards at all. If I get to 1,000 subscribers, which we're getting there sooner than later, I mean, it is happening. But when I get to 1,000 subscribers, to counteract them, you know, basically saying no, that they're not going to monetize me, which I can almost guarantee it, we're going to start a Patreon. And then if anybody wants to support me that way, they can. I will continue to do the channel. That nothing is going to change regardless, unless for some reason I get banned and I couldn't see why. If that happened, I'd start a new channel. I'm gonna do this regardless. I'm going to be buying these things and I'm gonna be using them. So it's like it's a vlog. It's not necessarily just a review like I put in the title of some of the videos, saying that, you know, I'm just gonna ramble sometimes and talk about what I want and have opinions and ask you guys questions, even though you don't usually get in the comments and answer them like I ask you to. But that's okay. I'll continue to do that because, again, like I said, I enjoy it. Love weed. Peace out.